Stop being crying.
Yes. But yes, sorry. I don't think there's anything left to say. But it was obvious what they did.
This is the second recording in a row I've broken you.
So today's...
Do you want to do that again, or is this going to be part of the video?
I think we're acting here as part of the video now.
Why? We could just start again.
What do you reckon? Yeah?
I don't know.
I don't know, whatever. You have to choose during the edit.
Okay.
Okay. Ooh,
Just in case.
Yeah. So, today's topic was Sega toxic during the console wars.
This is a weird one, because again...
How do you find toxic?
That is a very odd one. I mean, I know where you're getting at. Because obviously there was quite aggressive marketing between Sega and Nintendo, kind of, Mega Drive era?
Yeah, that's when it...
Genesis, sorry.
Yeah, depends where you are,
Yeah.
I guess. But it definitely all stems from America, which we'll soon get to.
Combative race, the Americans.
Yeah, so Sega of America were put in charge of marketing for 16-bit Sega hardware in America and Europe as well. So Sega of America handled the marketing, what took place in Europe.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And the Mega Drive, or Genesis, as they could say over there, beat the Super Nintendo for a long time in the United States. And in Europe, it permanently beat the Super Nintendo.
It did, yeah. Most people did not have, or most kids didn't have a Super Nintendo growing up. I was one of the few that did.
Me too, actually.
Yeah.
That's something common.
Yeah, which is weird.
Yeah.
But we were the odd ones out. We were the freaks. Most kids in the playground were talking about how great their Sonic was.
So that's pretty cool then, because that means we might have some similarities to discuss.
I think that's
video.
yeah. That happens rarely. So interesting.
Yeah, but what I mean by this is toxic's a good buzzword these days. Very good buzzword. Was the marketing toxic in a sense that it encouraged people to be arseholes towards each other? And more importantly, did it encourage children to be arseholes to other children?
Yes.
Is that even ethical or right?
It's incredibly...
To sell products, to get children to be twats to other children to sell your products.
Do you think they did it that aggressively?
I think they did, based on my experience anyway. I think they did. What about you?
I was the freak. I was the one that couldn't have any discussions with his friends about my favourite games, because despite my favourite games being better, I was outnumbered considerably.
Yeah, I wouldn't consider myself the freak in the situation, but I certainly had friends in school who... for some reason, whenever I had a Super Nintendo, they would just throw a load of vitriol at me regarding it, and that always had my head scratching.
Let me guess.
A little bit.
Can I guess?
Try.
Blast processing!
I can't even remember if they were using words like that, but it was just along the lines of they would say about how much better Sonic the Hedgehog is than Mario. He runs faster, because that's a reason to buy a game, you fucking stupid children. Let's be fair, like, how fucking dumb were some children to believe that their game was better because their mascot went faster? Like, what's... I was about to use an expletive there, what wouldn't even be acceptable.
So bad. But yeah, no, that is a really stupid thing. Like, yeah, gotta go fast. Like, no, you don't. Enjoy it. Enjoy the game. And Sonic 1... You don't even go fast.
That was the ironic thing. Like, looking back now, none of the Sonic games were in the league of Mario World. Yeah. Yet they would go on and on and on about, Sonic, it's the best thing ever. My whole life goes revolves around Sonic. I'm a sad loser who has a Sonic backpack and a Sonic lunchbox, and my whole life revolves around Sonic because I'm a sad little 8-year-old boy. But yeah, I didn't live my whole life around Mario like they did around Sonic. Like, what was wrong with them?
I mean, I like Sonic 1, don't get me wrong, but you don't even go fast in that game. You go average speed, or maybe slightly faster than average speed. Like, that's not even a reason to enjoy Sonic 1.
And this is what really annoys me. Like, my best friend in primary school, he had the Sega Mega Drive, and he was really obsessed with like Sonic, and he had Sonic everything. And
Chris?
So it wasn't.
No one called Chris. No.
No,
Okay.
no.
Just checking.
But I went round his house, and we played Sonic the Hedgehog together, and I loved it
yes,
as well.
okay.
And I remember he came around my house a few months later, and he was like, "Oh, please let me play that. Please let me play that." He was like, "What, my Super Nintendo?" He was like, yeah, please. And I was like, "But you've told me constantly for the last few months about how shit the Super Nintendo is. It's all you ever talk about is how crap Nintendo is. Yeah. You're obsessed with it. Your whole life is just talking about how crap Nintendo is." Yeah, he was desperate to play my Super Nintendo, desperate to play Mario World, and then wouldn't leave it alone. So were all of these children just jealous of me because they were poor? And their parents couldn't afford Nintendo products, so they had Sega ones, because Sega products were cheaper. Because they were significantly cheaper.
They were a lot cheaper. Yeah.
So did I have a Super Nintendo because my parents were more economically affluent at the time than who I went to school with? So they picked on me because I came from money and they didn't.
That seems like
It's not true.
It's not true at all. We've spoken about our backgrounds a lot of times.
But no, seriously, it was the more expensive console, though.
It was the more expensive console. But maybe they perceived that, is what you're trying to say, I think.
I don't even think. I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to think.
Is it Sega's marketing that did that?
I think that's what I'm saying. We've gone around. We've gone a bit all over the place now. But that's exactly it. Sega was indoctrinating people the same way ISIS did from a young age into believing this is the set way. This is how things should be done.
Why are your links? They're so tedious.
It's not at all. It's called radicalisation. They were radicalising school children into believing Sega's the best.
You're making comparisons between Sega and ISIS.
But it was a kind of playground terrorism. I just mentioned there was people all the time going, "Why have you got Nintendo?" As I said, it was toxic as fuck.
It was, yeah. No, there were some definite issues, but.
And what was funny, like I said, whenever they come around my house, they was desperate suddenly to play my Super Nintendo.
But did Sega actually do anything to perpetuate this? Like, what are your opinions? Because you know more about the marketing.
Did. I don't even think I'd really need to discuss this in depth because I think our audience will be clued into it, but they would consistently run advertisements comparing the two consoles and stating that the Sega console is better than the Nintendo console because so and so. Dubious reason.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So, this happened. It influences games today, because the same thing's still happening now. That's the thing.
I don't know if it is.
It is. But it's more 30, 40-year-old men that argue about...
Because they're still radicalised!
Their PlayStation 5 versus their Xbox Series X.
Although, to be fair, people were acting like sad losers before the 16-bit era even started. Because if you go on Twitter... you still see like 50-year-old men arguing with each other what's better, the ZX Spectrum or the Commodore 64. So they were being like that.
It's not even an argument. It's not even an argument, is it? Let's be honest. We both know which one's better.
We do.
There's a clear winner in that argument. And I don't think we even need to...
We don't need to
Yeah, it's just one of those things. It's just there's such a clear winner.
There is.
And our audience will know the winner as well.
They will, yeah.
Yeah, they'll comment in the comment section below exactly all of the reasons why they know that this particular console is the one that wins.
I agree. But in all seriousness, Sega did make people like arseholes. They encouraged people to be arseholes.
Did Nintendo not do the same thing?
I don't think so. Not from what I can recall. And the thing is... I actually found the Sonic character annoying, so I don't know whether
he was an obnoxious dick.
Did that, and that was it. Why did I find him obnoxious, but other people thought he was cool? Or did I only find him obnoxious because I associated him with obnoxious people?
No, he was obnoxious.
He was because,
for example,
arrogant. You'd stop playing, and then he would just start wagging his little finger at you,
tapping his foot, really.
Yeah, he was a cock.
Yeah, he was.
I didn't find him likeable. I liked Mario. Mario was warm, like Mario would give you a hug.
Yeah, it's true.
Where's Sonic?
Yeah. So Mario looked cuddly. Maybe it's his kind of vaguely Santa Claus aesthetic.
Could be.
That maybe drew me towards him as a child.
Moustache.
Moustaches are a great way of pulling in children. Carry on, please. Don't make me talk anymore. Please carry on. Stop being a crying.
Yes. But yes, sorry. I don't don't think there's anything left to say. But it was obvious what they did.
This is the second recording in a row I've broken you.
I think it's fine. Yeah. I think it's fine. But yeah, Sega definitely was different to the company where the mascot with a moustache.
That's true.
So yeah, let us know in the comment section whether you think that Sega did purposely go out of their way to indoctrinate their audience into putting jihads on Nintendo fans. What?
Oh, nothing. Carry on. You can. What? Cheerio now?
Yeah. Cheerio.